Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be your weekly reading. We're going to timestamp everybody in the comments so you can skip around and watch your sun, moon, rising, or your Venus placements to get your full week ahead. We're going to start with the sign of Aries. All right, Aries, we're going to start with some music. Let's see what kind of music is coming through. What is your song for this week? All the Right Moves by One Republic. So either you've got all the right moves or someone in your life definitely does. Let's see what we have from your higher self or the person on your mind from Infinite Love. I can do hard things. So are you going through something that's a struggle right now? Know that you are capable of doing hard things. I deserve to feel great every day, and yes, you do. So if you don't feel great every day, kind of evaluate what's causing that. Is it the company that you keep? Is it work? Is it finances? Is it love? What is going on? Because you deserve to feel great every day, and you might be a green flag. So what's the difference? A red flag is like stop, caution, there's something off. A green flag is like everything flows, everything is good. So a green flag is what you want. My body is healing. So you might be struggling with some health issues as well. All right, let's see what we've got going on for Aries this week. Let's get 7 cards for your week. Aries, what does Aries need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus apply to all the readings. All right, King of Wands. So this is definitely your energy. I feel like you could be an entrepreneur. You could be somebody who's very creative. You could be somebody who's maybe in the spotlight. You could also be somebody who kind of doesn't necessarily like that, is what I'm picking up. But I do feel like that you are working on something that's important to you, or you're trying to start following your passions. So whatever that happens to be for you, whether it's a creative pursuit, whether it's something more practical, but definitely some foot in the right direction. All right, we do have an opportunity for a new business venture. Maybe you're working on something that helps to perpetuate growth in your career. Maybe it's a totally different career change than what you currently do, but this is a gift from above, so don't sneeze at it. I feel like this is important that you do want to investigate these things. For some of you, it could have to do with legal things. Maybe it's courts, contracts, legalities. Maybe you're dealing with a Libra, or there's some sort of justice being served, balancing things out. And it brings you some truth and clarity. You have 2 aces in your reading for this week. So I definitely think that we are going towards new. We're tired of stuck and stagnant, right? We want something that's going to change for the better. Some of you could also be thinking of taking a leap of faith when it comes to love and marriage. You might be spiritually growing and ascending. Maybe you found somebody who has all the right moves. And this brings you a lot of abundance. I feel like not only materially, but I also feel like the fruits of your labor finally start to pay off. And you could have found your forever person, the Queen of Cups. So this really tells me that you have some opportunities. I feel like some of you really want to go ahead and go get married. So you might be thinking about doing that. We have the Hierophant, we have Justice. So it could be like a quickie little courthouse wedding. For others of you, you have new opportunities for creative breakthroughs, truth coming out, clarity coming out, as well as opportunities for new business coming. You also have opportunities for love. So remember, I can do hard things. I deserve to feel great every day, and my body is healing. Sagittarius, let's see what song we have for you. Love Story by Taylor Swift. So maybe you're going to write your own love story. Maybe there's someone new in your life. Maybe you're looking for Prince or Princess Charming. Let's see what affirmations we have or messages from your higher self. I am at peace, mind, body, and soul. So if you're not, you need to be. Don't hold back. Tell me how you feel. So maybe you or someone else needs to express how they actually feel. Let's get a couple more of these. Ooh, all right. Do it, even if you're afraid. So there's some sort of challenge that you're going to need to face, and be the love that you never received. We have one that flew out over here. Here it is. All right. Breakup, ending, separation. It's over. So you may need to end something that isn't fulfilling to you. Maybe you need to actually find the peace by letting things go. Let's see what we have for your week ahead. What do we need to know for Aries, Sagittarius? I just did your fire sign reading, so that's why I'm all tripped up. All right, what do we need to know for Sag? Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, King of Swords, Justice, 7 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 3 of Wands. Okay, So it looks like we start out with flighty energy. So there might be some sort of ending that needs to take place, or this could be you, the flight risk. So I mean that with the utmost care and respect. I love Sagittarius energy. They're kind of here for a short time, not a long time. They're full of fire. They're full of passion, lots of energy. But they have a hard time committing. So this might be something that you're struggling with. I feel like you need to tap into your intuition, that you don't always want to be like first in, first out. Sometimes you need to actually learn to settle down and to hit the pause button and to see if things fit or if they don't. I feel like if someone can't express their feelings, that could be an issue for you right now. I also think that someone could be watching you from a distance and maybe they are holding back exactly how they feel about you right now. So whether that's you or their energy, definitely somebody needs to express how they feel. I feel like even if it's something that scares you, maybe vulnerability is something you struggle with as well. I think you need to shift your perspective to see things differently. I also feel like if you didn't have a great example, like maybe your parental figure was a tyrant or somebody who is very cold, very abrasive, that it might be hard for you to open up and to find that kind of love that you're looking for, especially if you need kind of a softer side. That might be a challenge for you as well. The challenge is really for you to find the balance, that there's something going on, whether it's an ending that needs to happen or whether it's something new coming in. Justice could also be dealing with courts, contracts, legal issues, but needing to be resolving these things and to find the balance and harmony. I also feel like you need to stick up for what you want, and if you're not getting that, then you need to actually say so. Defend yourself and what it is you believe in, and there's more of your energy with the Queen of Wands. She's a master manifester, so if you don't have what you want, manifest it into your 3D reality. How do you do that? Well, you speak it into existence as if it already exists. I am statements are very, very powerful for manifesting, but there's lots of ways to do that. And I feel like you've waited a very long time for these things to change. It does look like your ships are coming in. So whether this is letting go of something that's been holding you back, or whether this is going towards something that you want, but it kind of scares you, you need to walk through these experiences until you get to the other side, that it's definitely something that's important for you. Leo, let's get you a song. We have Your Lips Are Moving, Meghan Trainor. So do we think somebody is maybe not telling us the truth somewhere? All right, what do we need to know from our higher self for the person on our mind? Forgive and forget, but always in my heart. Yeah, there's been something going on. Let's see. That smile lives rent-free in my mind, so we're definitely thinking about someone. Know your worth and don't settle. So if you think they're lying, get to the bottom of it. If you're unsure, investigate further. You showed me how to really love. So I feel like that's the lesson that you need this week. All right, what messages do we have for Leo? So we think someone could be lying to us. It's time to forgive and forget, but always in my heart. You're about to get a victory. You could be cast in the spotlight. There could be some sort of fame, reward, recognition, achievement coming after a long-fought battle. And you will find the happiness that you're looking for. A lot of emotional fulfillment, and somebody could be facing karma or judgment. Could be you, could be them. So don't settle. Know your worth. Know that karma sees everything and it's going to deal with it accordingly, and that you are working on recovering from heartbreak or pain of some kind. So make better choices. If you don't like where you're at, you've got to quit taking yourself there. Don't believe everything that comes, into your 3D reality is fact. Sometimes we have to investigate things further. And especially in love, you need to be cautious. Don't just settle for less than what you deserve. Make sure it's what you want. You could be crying over things. You could be dealing with a lot of heavy emotions right now. You need to shift your perspective this week because brighter days are on the horizon. This card also symbolizes things like marriage and children, but the sun is Leo energy, so it's your energy. And I feel like if you want to, you can. You need to know your worth. So if you don't feel like you realize how good of a person you are or what you actually should be valued for, then you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and maybe stop and think, just how far have you come on your journey? Are there accomplishments that you've succeeded in? Are there things that we've, maybe misstepped or had failures and setbacks? It's all part of the journey. Know that things will start to improve and that things are starting to get better, but you need to shift your perspective in order to get there. Cancers, let's get you a card. All right, Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, that's your song. Are you brainstorming? What's going on? Are you daydreaming about something or someone? Let's see what we have for you this week. Let it go. All right, you might be overthinking some things. Maybe you're brainstorming on how to let it go. Maybe you're brainstorming on what went wrong, but your mind is not a battleground, so don't let it be. I feel like if you're a person who overthinks, and I am too, you need to be really careful of that. When you realize that that's what's going on, you need to shift that mindset. I love myself. So do you? Are you operating in your authenticity? Are you operating in your truest version? Are you operating in a place of self-love or self-loathing? Those might be some things to think about. My higher self always has the answers, and it does, so trust your intuition. And mindset is everything, and it certainly is. So be careful. Make sure that you are thinking positively about things instead of negatively. All right, let's see what we have going on for Cancers this week. What do we need to know? All right, Queen of Cups. So there's your nurturing energy. You need to make sure that you are trying to nurture yourself, nurture the things that you want to grow, take good care of yourself. Don't settle for less, and definitely be in your softer divine energy. All right, we have the Five of Swords. So this could be some sort of argument, some sort of falling out. Maybe this is where you are overthinking things. You need to let it go. If there's been some sort of issue going on, let the dust settle, hit the pause button, see if you can resolve things later. The Magician tells us that you're capable of manifesting exactly what you want in life. So your higher self always has the answers, and mindset is everything. Think positively until you see it appear in your 3D reality, and stop overthinking. Remember, your mind is not a battleground, so don't make it that way. Just because you're frustrated, just because you don't have all the answers right now, doesn't mean that they aren't capable of coming in. You also want to make sure that you aren't putting yourself in a self-imposed prison. All right, you might need some boundaries this week. You may need to eliminate some obstacles, some people in your life that are creating some conflict or chaos. Watch out for authority figures that can be kind of hard to deal with or a little bit cold and abrasive. You may need some time to rest this week, so recovery of something could be going on as well. Could be dealing with like an illness, or you need to take some time out to rest and recover. There's your energy, Cancer, with the Chariot. So this is really telling you you're trying to go forward. So we want to know that any sort of setback that we might be facing this week is really setting us up to succeed in the long run. That you could be thinking of taking a trip somewhere, you could be planning to travel, relocate, purchase a vehicle, but ultimately there is some sort of forward movement. It comes in quickly, and be ready for the next step. Pisces, let's see what your song is. One and Only by Adele. So have you met your one and only, or are you fantasizing about who that person might be? Let's see what we have from Infinite Love. Get a better shuffle. What does Pisces need to know? Oop, all right. Watch out for red flags. Just because this person might seem really, really good on paper doesn't mean that they're not a walking red flag. So if you haven't met your true one and only, be careful of any sort of red flags. We're in Mercury in retrograde. There can be communication issues. I'm always tongue-tied during that time. I'm also a Pisces. So just be careful. Make sure that you know what you're getting involved with. All right, let's see what else we have. A deer in the headlights when you look at me. I feel like this person may catch you off guard. I feel like that could also be kind of a red flag to you if you're used to kind of being in your power and you're used to kind of, not backing down from things. If this truly is your person, they might kind of leave you tongue-tied. They might kind of make you trip over your words. Know that you matter this week, and cuffing season. Let's make it official. So somebody might want you to be their one and only. Let's get one more of these. Interesting. I am walking in my purpose. Are you? Are you following what you're here to actually do? We all have some mission work, so you might need to step into your divine purpose. And if you are unsure of what that is, that's totally okay. A lot of people don't know until they're much older in life. It is not too late, no matter when it happens. Follow your passions, the things that fill you up, the things that make you happy, and I promise you, you will find where you're supposed to be. All right, Knave of Cups. So we have some sort of good news coming in. Could be a lot of options in love. I do feel like this person could be younger than you. That's kind of They're giving me the words propose. For some of you, it might be a proposal of something, not necessarily all marriage, but for some of you, it could be like this person asking you out on a date. Maybe they message you out of the blue. I feel like you're very attracted to this person, and that's why you're a deer in the headlights when they look at you. They might be younger, but so what? As long as you're both, of legal age, who cares what the age actually is, right? It's just a number. All right, you might be juggling multiple options, could be juggling responsibilities this week. Maybe time management is not your friend this week, so plan accordingly. I feel like you could have a lot to juggle, whether it's responsibilities, financial things, other people. I'm not calling you out. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards. You may have a lot going on this week, but most of it is good stuff, it looks like. So some good news, some celebrations, and be willing to walk away from the situations that are red flags. So if this is somebody that you're just not interested in, let them know that and tell them, I'm not interested in this going anywhere. I don't think that this is going to go anywhere, whatever the case might be. But you need to walk away from the things that can't be fixed. You also might be struggling financially. Know that more money is coming in, so don't freak out about that stuff. And what was I saying about proposals? The diamond in the top there signals that you are halfway to marriage. This could be an engagement coming in. Could also be that somebody's thinking long term, like they want to settle down. You might be this person's one and only in their mind, vice versa. But I do feel like this is something you can build a future on. It's a solid, stable foundation. It's 11-11, so it's mirrored energy. Could be a soulmate, could be a twin flame. Pisces, you got a lot going on this week, so don't forget to hit the pause button and take a few deep breaths. You might need it this week. Scorpio, let's get you a song. Open Arms by Journey. All right, let's see what else we've got going on for you. Is there some place that you need to open your arms, or is it a red flag? Pisces also had the red flag card. Let's see what else we have going on. Oh, that one. Okay, we have dreams about you regularly. Someone might be dreaming about you. They might want you to open up to them. Love is life's greatest adventure, and it is, but it can also have a lot of hiccups or detours along the way. Cuffing season, let's make it official. Somebody might want to actually settle down. In 1,000 lifetimes, I'd still find a way to love you. Aww. So are they a walking red flag, or do they have good intentions? Are you the walking red flag? Sometimes it's us, right? Sometimes we have to look in the mirror and go, it's me. I'm the problem. I have the power to change anything, and you do. So whatever's going on, know that you have the power to make changes. All right, Scorpio, what do we need to know? The Wheel of Fortune, you can change it for a whole lot better. Unexpected money coming, good luck coming, destiny taking control, and finally making things go in your favor. Some creative pursuits could also be coming up this week, or a passionate new encounter, and you need to stick up for yourself or others this week where it matters. Be willing to take a leap of faith somewhere. It could have to be in love, it could be someplace else. There may have been some arguing, some fights, some falling out with somebody, and maybe you need to kind of rest and reset in order to actually find a way to actually go forward again. You might need some downtime. Maybe you need to take a break, take some time for yourself, especially if there's been a lot of conflict lately. I feel like the soul searching is going to help you to see where you have the power to change whatever isn't working, and you need to make a decision this week based on love. For some of you, it's going to be deciding whether you stay with a partnership or whether you don't, whether you sign on the dotted line, making it official, maybe legal documents are involved. Make sure that you really want to do this. It's Mercury in retrograde, so if it's like an ex that you're unsure about, hold off until after the 1st of January when retrograde ends and things start to go forward. It's not advised to get involved with any sort of legal issue or signing contracts, making big purchases at this time. Usually it's like buyer's remorse, or you kind of regret what you did. So know that going forward. Be willing to take a leap of faith, but maybe don't bite off more than you can chew just yet. Give it a couple more weeks and things will iron out. Geminis, let's see what your song is. A Woman Like You by Lee Bryce. So I feel like someone could be looking for, whether it's male or female, doesn't matter. Someone's looking for somebody just like you. Somebody that kind of checks all of their boxes. I have the power to change anything. So no matter what's going on in your life, if it's not working, you have the power to make adjustments. I am fearless, so be fearless, definitely courageous and go forward. Ice Queen, shut down emotionally. Are you afraid of love? Because that's what I'm picking up from your cards. You have the power to change that. You might be fearless, you might be full of fear when it comes to love. Are you emotionally shut down? Are you somebody who doesn't have the ability to express how they actually feel? Remember that you can't buy love. It's something that you need to feel, and I love myself. So if you don't feel like you can express yourself this week, if you don't feel like you love yourself unconditionally, those would be some things that you might want to work on this week. All right, what do we need to know for Gemini? Four Swords. You might be really burnt out and exhausted by a lot of things in life this week. Lots of temptation, lots of obstacles, lots of challenges that you might be going through. It looks like a lot of gossip could be going on. So we need to take a break. Don't be hesitant to kind of, slow down. Maybe you need a little more sleep. Maybe you need to actually rest and recover. There's lots of toxicity around. So whether that's a relationship, work, circumstances, codependency, addictions, temptations, we want to slow those things down. You have the power to change anything that you choose. Some of that is gossip. I feel like someone has a little bit of news. It might not be the greatest of news. I feel like some people could be spying on you as well. So it's time to make some changes. Remember, you have the power to change anything. So be fearless and go forward on this journey. I feel like part of this is you facing your fears in order to actually make drastic changes. And I think the tower being here symbolizes that really, if you're unwilling to make those changes, that it's going to happen regardless. So embrace the change. You need to start planning for the future, whether that's goals, manifesting some things, new jobs, better financial circumstances. I do think that these changes are warranted and judgment's being passed, so karma's being dealt. It's the only decision that can be reached at this time, and the changes are necessary, so divine intervention is stepping in. It will require some strength on your part, but know that you can be fearless. You don't have to be shut down emotionally. You don't have to be the ice queen, and that you can learn to love yourself. And I think part of that is really the changes that you're actually looking for. So embrace those things. I love how in this card she's kind of wrestling an alligator. So this might be you. This might be how you kind of feel about things right now. Know that you're strong enough to tame that beast, and you will overcome these challenges. But first you have to sometimes look at yourself and go, all right, what do I need to change from within? Because you can't change anyone else but you. Libras, let's see what song we have. That's My Kind of Night, Luke Bryan. Someone could be planning something. Maybe you're planning a date. Maybe you're planning a night out for something. But definitely someone wants to have some fun and excitement. I can't run from you anymore. Maybe it's your person on your mind. Maybe it's you. You can't run from somebody anymore. Are your feelings finally catching up to you? An unexpected offer leads to more. Someone might be asking you out on a date. Maybe they're turning the script, Maybe they're changing things up a little bit. I make a difference in the world just by existing in it, and we all do. We have a purpose here, so we are here for a reason. Hot stuff. Don't get burned. Be careful of that. Don't let your ego take over this week, and this is my year. So 2023 has been kind of a rolling shit show for you, like it has for most of us. Know that 2024 is going to be a lot better for the majority of us. All right, watch out for sneaky, underhanded people, liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, and untrustworthy people. Just say no if at all possible. You need to find some balance. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. There might be some money restrictions. It's time to test the waters and kind of go in a new direction if what you're doing isn't working. Know that there is opportunities out there to help balance out your finances. There are some sort of improvements coming and more coming your way, so don't pinch pennies unless it's absolutely necessary, which for most people it's absolutely necessary. Let's be quite real here. But you don't want to operate in a Scrooge mentality. So if you operate in a lack mindset, then you're creating more lack in your life. If it's like, I have to budget so that I have what I need, that's a different scenario. So then it's not a lack mentality. Be willing to try something new, whether this is a new job opportunity, whether this is a new relationship. There's definitely some things that need to change for the better. So be willing to take that leap of faith and step out of your comfort zone. However, make sure that you look before you leap and you know what you're getting yourself into. Could be a lot of conflicts and arguments right now. Know that all is not lost if you shift your perspective perspective, there's still something to salvage. We also have the need for rest and recovery. So whatever you're going through, you might need to balance those things out. And we have the Lovers. So this is telling you that you do have a chance to make some changes. It's also telling you that there could be a chance for a love commitment, as well as needing to make a choice about whether you stay or whether you go in an existing relationship. So ultimately, make sure you know who you're getting involved with. There needs to be equal reciprocal energy. Money could also be a struggle right now, and there might be a lot of arguments creating a lot of confusion. So make sure that if you're burnt out and exhausted, that you take some time to rest before you make this decision this week. Aquarius, let's see what your song is. Far Away by Nickelback. So you could be far away from somebody that's really on your mind. You could be thinking about them. Mercury in retrograde tends to be like bringing up old things. That's something that isn't always the most fun energy, to deal with old stuff or past things. But I do feel like you have the opportunity to see whether you want to change it or not. I have the power to change anything. So know that you do, that you can change whatever isn't working. If someone's far away and you have the ability to go visit and you want to see them, go do those things. That escalated quickly. So maybe you are making some decision to change something and change it quickly. Someone could also be hiding their real emotions from you. The moment you accept yourself, you grow. So what is it that you need to accept? Let's see. One look from you is all it takes to make me melt. Ooh, maybe you need to accept that somebody has actual feelings for you. Interesting. All right, let's see what's going on for you. Aquarius, what do we need to know? Yep. Someone is intending on making a surprise offer. They could be at a distance from you currently. I feel like they want this situation to change, and so maybe they're willing to finally come and take some action. See what else we have. Yep, they intend to get a victory. You could also be cast in the spotlight for some reason, and it's time to let go of some heavy burdens that you've carried for far too long. You've dealt with a lot of heartbreak, so it's time to actually heal and go forward. Shifting your perspective is how you're going to do that. I also think that you've got kind of a negative mentality right now, and so you have the power to change things and to see them differently, and you will get the fruits of your labor paying off. So whether this is a work venture where you're coming into more money, or whether you finally get to sit back and enjoy some of what you've worked hard for, you're in stuck, stagnant energy because of your own doing. So this tells you that it's self-imposed. You have the ability to see things different. You have the ability to kind of illuminate yourself and to look at things in a new way in order to change. Whether that's healing, whether that's making a romantic offer, whether that's not hiding your true feelings any longer. You have the ability to change these things. So you need to start by accepting yourself, and when you do, you start to grow and change. But I feel like there's someone in your life that one look is all it takes to kind of bring you to your knees. So whether this person's caused you a lot of pain and heartbreak, or whether you need to shift your perspective and see that there's really love there, it's totally up to you. Virgo, let's see what song we have for you. Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs. So someone might think all of your quirks, your idiosyncrasies are absolutely beautiful, and they might be crazy about you. Let's see what else we need to know. All right, madness or love, it depends on perspective. So are they driving you insane? Is it in a good way? Is it in a negative way? It depends on your perspective. Someone has some pure intentions, the good guy. So if this is you, maybe your intentions are that you really do have feelings for certain somebody and you want to actually go forward. You showed me how to really love, so maybe they taught you a lot. And baby, you're my kryptonite, so they might be kind of your weakness, definitely. All right, let's see what we have going on for you for the week. King of Blades. All right, so be careful if you're dealing with an authority figure who's a little bit cold, can be kind of a tyrant, somebody who's maybe a little bit hard to deal with, and they are very analytical. So maybe they aren't expressing how they actually feel. Maybe most of this is internal. I feel like the Knight of Cups is somebody who really wears their heart on their sleeve. Maybe it's two different people that you're dealing with. I feel like the Knight of Cups is somebody who is very romantic. They want to come forward and maybe wine you and dine you. Maybe they want to come forward and show you that, you know, you are very important to them. You could also be going through a change in your job. So this could be traveling, relocating, moving into greener pastures, and definitely an opportunity for things to improve. Don't forget to hit the pause button and take the chance to rest, especially if you're recovering from something. You've got a lot on your plate, lots of heavy burdens. Make sure you let go of those things. They're not meant to go forward. It will take some teamwork to make the dream work, and if you feel like you don't want to work well with others, that might be a bit of a hiccup this week. You need to collaborate, and we have the Seven of Wands. So stick up for what it is that you need this week, whether that's better pay. Maybe you need somebody to express their feelings in a love situation. Maybe you need to speak up and say, I can't take on anymore. I'm really exhausted. Whatever it is, you need to make sure that you're sticking up for yourself. You also need to work well with others. So if you like to work alone all the time, you might need to actually work with other people this week. Taurus, let's see what song we have for you. Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Your dreams could be telling you things. You could be having really vivid dreams right now. Mercury in retrograde does tend to kind of do that sometimes. All right, what do we need to know? One look from you is all it takes to make me melt. You might be dreaming about a certain someone, it sounds like. I can handle change. Can you? I feel like there is a lot of earth signs that really kind of dread change. It's not really their forte. They don't really like to change. Ew, feelings. Run. Are you running from your feelings? Are your dreams trying to tell you that maybe this is something you can't run and hide from anymore? I see my goals clearly, so if you don't, you need to start envisioning those. Know that you are the embodiment of love. I feel joy no matter the situation. And toxic, bad romance, or poison. So are you running from something that's toxic, or are you running from actual feelings? Whatever the case is, you've got to get to the bottom of it. Know that you can handle change. There's your energy. So we have the Hierophant. I do feel like this is something that you are trying to actually make changes to go forward. I feel like you are growing spiritually. I feel like you're trying to let go of toxic situations and relationships, and that you want something that's solid, something that's stable, something that will stand the test of time. You also don't want to settle for less than what you want. So maybe you're hesitant to change because no one's really been what you're looking for, and that's totally okay. You're willing to put in the hard work. Work could also be taking up a lot of your time this week. Know that the hard work will pay off for you. There could also be a creative venture that's coming in, or a passionate new encounter, so follow your passions. And you do have a decision to weigh about your future. So you need to start thinking what that looks like for you. Does it involve marriage? Are you in a committed relationship in the next year, 5 years, 6 months down the road? Are you going solo? Are you traveling? Are you relocating? What does the future look like? And make a decision. It does look like there could be a love offer that kind of comes unexpectedly. It could be from somebody younger than you, but I do think this person has genuine feelings and they want you to choose them. So the Lovers tells you that you have a decision that you need to make and that you've waited long enough. So if you're running from your feelings and emotions that are real, I feel like you need to kind of sit with those and decide what you want out of this situation. If it's toxic and it's poison, it's not good for you, then cut your losses, because it does look like there's something or someone better trying to come in. Last but not least, my Capricorns. Let's see what your song is. Never Wanted to Be That Girl, Carly Pearce and Ashley McBride, if I could get the words out. So you might have been in a third-party situation. Maybe there was some cheating or infidelity, and I feel like that's not what you actually wanted. So don't settle for that. Make sure that, it's a one-person deal, that it's just you and it's just them, that there shouldn't be anyone else around. All right, love is life's greatest adventure. So it's going to take you on a roller coaster for sure, but it's part of the journey. It's part of what you're here to learn. So sometimes we go through a lot of, really great ups, and sometimes we go through a lot of really bad lows. In 1,000 lifetimes, I'd still find a way to love you. So there's someone that could be on your mind. It could be somebody that maybe is a past person. We're in Mercury in retrograde. Capricorn, it's in your sign, so you might be feeling a lot of emotional upheaval. Do it, even if you're afraid. What is it that you need to go after? What is something that maybe you're hesitant to do or you're afraid to do? Is it love? Is it something that maybe you're holding back on because you're fearful? I can do this. Know that yes, you can, whatever it is. and I release all negative thoughts. So think positive about the outcome and be yourself. Remember that everyone else is already taken. All right, Capricorn, what do we need to know for your week ahead? What do we need to know? The Emperor might be dealing with an Aries. This could be a stabilizing influence coming into your life. Somebody who's very bold, who's very brave, who's willing to take action. This could be somebody that's coming into your life. You may have waited a very long time for your forever person to come in. The Emperor is top tier. So if you're looking for a masculine energy or feminine, it doesn't matter. Masculine, feminine is all relative in tarot. But somebody who actually compliments you, somebody who actually is willing to take the lead, somebody who's willing to be there for you, who's really solid, who's really bold, somebody who actually will take a risk. The Emperor is who is coming into your life, and you've waited a long time. There could be some travel involved, maybe them, maybe you, but I feel like it's time for you to kind of see exactly how far you've come. 2 3s back to back, so that could have been a third party situation going on. Could also be that there are some improvements underway that you're going to need to collaborate and have some teamwork to make the dream work, but there are some delays around this. I feel like it's been a big waiting game for you. All right, Queen of Pentacles. So involving yourself in things like business, practical matters, somebody who's very professional, very business focused. She's also very nurturing, and she's somebody who could be a natural healer as well. 8 of Wands, someone's coming to express their feelings. Could be this Emperor coming in. Some sort of news is coming in about a love situation. I feel like someone wants to collaborate. It could be an ex that's coming back trying to beg for forgiveness as well. Mercury in retrograde does tend to make those things happen. And the reason I bring it up is because it is in your sign. So it might be affecting you a little negatively in certain areas, like overthinking. Could also be that your emotions are all over the place. So hit the pause button if you need to and take a deep breath before you decide to do anything. There is some hard work that's going to be involved, or you have to work a lot right now. I also feel like this could be an improvement. If things have been really slow in your job, there's more work that's coming. And 5 of Pentacles. So because of the hard work, things are going to improve for your finances. I also feel like there's been a lot of delays around financially, some things going on, and that you may have cut somebody off and left them out in the cold. This is an indication that it's time to heal, and this is a period of recovery. I do think this Emperor is going to help you to actually be able to make some forward progress, either financially or in love. And I do think that there is a lot of communication. Part of that, I think that you really need to face your fears, and you really need to let go of all the negative self-talk and negative thinking, because I feel like someone wants you to actually take a risk with them and to be able to take a bold move. Have a great rest of your week, guys. We'll see you soon.